One. Is being fat a choice by Jubilee? All right, I'm gonna start this shit up by saying being fat is a choice. You can't stop eating.
I'm sorry.
Sometimes motherfuckers just don't want to stop. I didn't stop.
Man,
There's a big difference between the people who are telling people go out and get fat versus a Lizzo who's saying accept me the way I am.
She's not just saying accept me the way I am. She's dressing extremely scantily clad and then saying if you don't think that it's normal for a morbidly obese person to be wearing a G-string in the middle of public, then you're the problem.
That's a problem. That is a problem. Nobody fat should be wearing a G-string. Huh?
She like she gonna be fat in the future, folk.
Nobody fat should be wearing a G-string. I ain't gonna lie.
Being fat or skinny is a choice. Agreeers?
Damn.
Yeah, that nigga know he could have stopped. I could have too, my nigga.
I bet you his storyline. He used to play football.
It is purely choice. I don't think that every factor is, but I do think a majority of it is. And in most cases, for most people, being skinny or being fat is about willpower. It's about,
There we go. He talking that shit.
Environment you grow up in, sure.
Sounds sad,
but
bro.
who you choose to associate with, what sort of things you choose to listen to, who you choose to kind of have as your friends around you and support you, all of those things are choices that you can make that will lead you closer to
Nah, this nigga trying to blame his friends. Come on, nigga.
towards being one or the other.
I know what I do.
No, he wanted to order something yesterday. He went out for a team.
Day in and day out. I choose not to eat some days. I choose, how I want to look.
That's some skinny shit. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't never chose not to eat a day. I chose to eat light a day. What the fuck? Yeah, like fucked up.
And I don't fault anyone.
Get his skinny
or how they want to be, but I think it's a choice at the end of the day. I'm very, always wish-washy on how I want to be presented and if I want to gain weight or not. But the only person that's going to gain the weight at the end of the day is me and me myself.
For me, it's calories in, calories out. Go to the gym, you'll get buff. Don't go to the gym, you won't get buff. I understand that there's genetics that could cause you to want to eat more, but even with the genetics.
She talking about getting buff her little frame ass. She not buff no way.
Ain't getting nothing put to her.
She talking about that bullshit.
That cause you to want to eat more.
I know
The
she
same
come home
solution
mad as
is
hell.
calories in, calories out.
I think the whole choice is, always determined on who they are, and it's not going to just be a thing done overnight.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of, I think
It ain't gonna be done overnight, nigga. I eat at night.
it's like breaking the barrier and breaking a lot of things, not only your body, but also breaking your mental state.
Sure.
And again, that depends on who you are and what you want to go through.
Disagreeers?
Wait a damn minute.
And what you want to go through.
Disagreeers?
So, out of only 3 people think that it's being fat is a choice. Come on, my nigga. Both of them in the back huge as hell. And they think it's somebody else's fault for them being big. That shit don't make no sense.
Hell yeah, boy, they mama kept cooking.
Nigga, my mama keep cooking. I ain't never threw her shit away. Her jeans short big as hell. See,
Like
the type niggas like them, I can crack that jokes on them.
I felt like as a toddler,
Her
I always
titties
viewed
big
myself
though.
as big. I grew up in a very
that's
poor
her
home,
excuse.
so
I ain't big.
where
It's
my
my
mom
chest.
couldn't provide the meals that she could healthily. So when we would get like free meals, even then it would be like canned food, and it would be like very much food that's not as.
Yeah, she got fat off canned food.
Yes, but then I felt like once it reached
That's
the
some
point
big
where
shit.
I was old enough to try to make.
No, that is some huge shit. I ain't gonna lie. Her stomach popping out her jean shorts.
What the fuck? She eat canned food at school on lunchtime.
That means she was eating everybody lunch. Canned food don't just do that to you.
Man,
Make my own choices.
Hey,
I
you
made
used
all
your
of the wrong
code yet?
choices I wasn't eating, and I was only eating like grapes and lettuce, and that was mainly because.
Mom, she lying. Ain't no reason to be lying. Grapes and lettuce. No fat person that ever ate just lettuce by itself. That shit.
yeah.
Because I was in
That
a
shit
sport,
be.
and that
I
sport
don't even
just
like lettuce.
worked me out so hard. And it was to the point where I just was scared to eat. I didn't like it. I would only drink water.
When you were
Motherfuckers
eating
about to
grapes
kill
and
themselves to be
lettuce,
skinny?
were you thin?
I was the thinnest I could be.
Were you still big though?
I was still big, but that was skinny.
Nigga, so after all that eating lettuce and great shit, drinking water, nigga, you was still big? Man, you know, just go back to your old eating habits.
I've ever
Man,
been,
what?
and that's coming from somebody who was only eating.
Hold on, Shorty next door got a
somewhat
cane?
Yeah, that's some big shit too. I ain't gonna lie. And that motherfucker elite too. My granny
I
ain't
bet
never
you
had a
got
cane like that.
salads that are just fruit and lettuce and water and maybe ice right before a practice.
Do you think that right now you would not be capable of becoming a thin woman if
I
you wanted to?
possibly would be capable of becoming a thin woman, but
Nigga,
When?
right? That shit not happening in the near future. I'll tell her ass that now.
since I was young, I was
Well,
supposed to
that's
get blood
dreams
tested
and hopes,
probably when I
boy.
was very, very young, and I never did. And they had mentioned that it could have been because of my weight and how that connects with my thyroid. I never made the connection, and
thigh
I
is
never
big
had
as
like
so.
that, like leaning
Well, no,
parent
her
to be like,
stomach sitting
go
on her
get checked out,
knees.
go and do this. Like your weight is probably not your fault. It was always like your weight is your fault. So that's
Bro, who the fuck told her weight not her fault?
And that beanie big as hell on her head, bro.
And that's a wig.
That's
She
her
not
issue.
slit.
I mean, I also struggle
Man,
with,
the
you
hack
know,
them off the wig
thyroid
coming
and
with
my
it.
own blood issues. I'm not quite sure, but I do see an endocrinologist and I go see a doctor. It's a choice to do the requisite steps. It's a choice to go grocery shopping instead of going to fast food when it's easy. It's a
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. If I'm skinny, bro, nigga, if I'm skinny, I'm not lifting weights. Like, if I'm skinny to the point where I know if I eat a lot, I still won't gain weight, nigga, I'm not working out. I'm eating fast food. And I'm not doing sports. You can't tell me shit. I ain't gonna lie. That shit be.
What?
choice
He said
when
he
you're
go to
grocery
competitions
shopping
to
to go
eat.
to the
Oh,
outer
bro.
aisles and like not go into
What's that?
the bread
What's that shit
section.
called? Fast metabolism.
Yeah.
If I had that shit, nigga, what? Damn, her titties little. I think this a nigga.
Not go into the junk food section. These are all choices.
As a disabled woman, I can't do a
She's like one of those little scary movie characters,
How the
bro.
fuck she get disabled? Not ain't gonna lie. If I get too fat to the point where it disables me, nigga, come on. That's when I know this shit gotta stop.
lot of the things that people say.
Shorty with that
calories
red
in,
shirt on,
calories
like
out,
she
oh,
used
you
her
gotta go
stomach for
work
a
out and
plate.
exert it. A lot of the things that are typical, oh, this is how you
It look like she rested the plate on her stomach and eat. That shit.
lose weight, put me in the hospital. I have to
What the
navigate weight
fuck?
differently. I have to look at it differently. My weight is the way it is because of medication, because doctors
Take her shit
put
on the
me in
plus
this position.
size.
And I have to learn, okay, am I going to be so hateful of my own body that I am going to backlash and put myself through extreme gym nights, through keeping myself from eating things
Why
that
they got
I
this girl with this
should
big
be
ass
able
B
to
on their
eat. You
show,
should be
knowing
able to
she
have a
petite as
balance. You
hell?
should be able to go into the junk food
Man,
aisle
shoulders
like
about
other
broad as
skinny people
hell.
do and still not have to worry about gaining 20
Like she
pounds.
beat
But I don't think
bitches.
skinny people
Not
go
all
into
people.
this junk food aisle.
They
I think
certainly
Yes,
do.
they do.
I eat a lot of junk food.
Yeah.
I mean,
Come on, man. Yo, lit chin bro, why the fuck she don't got no titties? That shit pissing me off. Oh, what the fuck going on?
Yeah.
I mean, my DoorDash would tell you
What?
otherwise. Like,
There's a thing called set points. There's a ton of research on it that your body likes to be at specific.
Dude, Joker looking
It
at.
likes to be in a specific way. So
Look at
if
that
you are
head.
fighting yourself to lose weight by not eating, over exercising, and you are damn near killing yourself to be at a specific weight, your body's unhappy.
It's important to note that a choice can be harder for people to make due to conditions in their life, but at the end of the day, it's still a choice. I
You
could
stubborn
have
as
See?
shit.
food addiction.
I ain't glad he right, bro. At the end of the day, nigga, it's still a choice.
Man,
Nigga, you don't eat this whole day, nigga. That's a choice, nigga. But knowing you gonna eat too much tomorrow.
to food when I was stressed and this and that and this. And so
You
it's
can't
harder
just
for me
join that I'm
to
fat
choose
for
it
a
than for
reason.
someone who has like the perfect lifestyle, someone who has parents who are giving them this and that and this. But I definitely still acknowledge that it was my choice. At the end of the day, when I go there and I look,
see, I'm fucking with this
should I
nigga.
order a second hamburger? I'm the one choosing whether or not I order a second hamburger. I'm the one making that choice.
Ah, damn, they gotta.
I don't want to talk about it.
Damn.
Fuck both the. Fuck her divisionary ass.
Oh no.
Who did that?
You all right?
They make him help them with their work.
I don't know. Well,
What the fuck?
Better help. There's options in your area.
oh, nice. As little as
Consider online.
Agreeers, please step forward.
Wait, hold on.
the episode.
I would rather be skinny than fat.
Man, what kind of question is that? Who the fuck wanna be fat? Come on, man.
Man, before I ain't gonna lie, bro.
They asking that stupid shit. I ain't gonna lie.
Motherfuckers go out there and
Let's
beat
see.
their ass, bro.
I would rather be skinny and fat. Let's see who agree to this shit.
Can the agreeers please step forward?
What? I was saying, nigga, don't act Hollywood. The same three motherfuckers. So that mean these
Real
niggas,
nigga said he walked up.
bro.
Real nigga said.
So that mean these niggas okay with being this size. The change starts now. They need to change this shit, cause that shit not cool, bro.
A lot of different struggles when it comes to being a bit bigger.
That folks with the Crocs need to be knocking down with big hats.
And I have a sister that is very, like, she's 400 pounds, and she struggles a lot. She has lymphedema.
Damn, her shit
To
won't be
shower is
sealed
really,
in
really
that.
hard. So I do think for like an overall happy life and like zero struggle, I think I'd rather be skinny.
Oh yeah.
I think that it is common in society to want to be skinny. I think the average person typically wants to be skinny. I'm actually surprised that I didn't see more people come to me on that question.
Nah, she throwing shots. She not slick. She said that shit. She trying to make sure she don't look to the left side of the room.
People
No,
treat
not
you
the fat
better.
people over there.
It is what is
My
considered
fault, I would've
a
pulled her
standard
motherfucking
beauty.
chair back.
Your life expectancy
She got a
is
little
longer, you
punch.
tend to be healthier.
I'm also really tall. I'm 6'6", so
Damn.
I kind of wish I could just pick a single struggle because finding the clothes and things like that.
6'6", boy, you
both
D1
ways,
bound.
it's really hard. So
Fuck is
if
you
I'm
doing?
skinnier, at least that's one less thing I have to worry about. But also, I've got 2 kids and a wife, and I'm taking care of them. And as you pointed out, I definitely think that I'm at less health risks if I'm a skinnier person, if I'm a healthier person in that capacity. And I would much rather be that so that I could be around for my kids longer.
Can the disagreeers please step forward?
Yeah, I gotta hear this shit. She could stay her little titty ass in the
Someone who
back.
actually was a
Fuck
former
they,
smaller person.
Ooh.
But they look like they belong together.
Actually, I could believe that. She used to be small. I don't motherfuckers know that when you was small as a childhood, that shit don't count. Everybody started life small.
Who actually was a former smaller person.
Well, no.
And I had the most body insecurities when I was small. I was constantly living in fear of
That can't
gaining
piss
weight,
me off,
having
bro.
people tell me, "Oh, don't gain weight, don't do this. Make sure that your weight is the same." And
Okay, I'm glad that makes sense. A lot of skinny people say that shit. They don't want to gain weight.
once I finally gained
Her
weight,
metabolism's slow.
I realized that first off, life wasn't over. I didn't feel any need
And it almost is. You got a cane and shit. She don't even look old.
to
Man.
not engage in life the previous way that I had, and the attention that I got was different. But even as a smaller person, you get negative attention, and rather than trying to control
Nah, I know
my
you
body
don't.
to avoid that negative attention, I would prefer to address
You
the
gotta be thin as
situation
paper.
as a society,
Motherfucker to be
make it
talking
more
about that.
accessible for everybody, to where we aren't feeling like I have to be a certain way that's normal in order to be treated like a human being and respected.
If I could counter, because I was a bit bigger when I was younger, and that's when I was the most insecure. I would look in the mirror. I did have family members that were skinny, but then I had a family member that was much bigger. And just the way that I perceived myself, I hated it, and I even became anorexic to like not be big.
I don't think skinny always equates to being
She can't come back to this family pickup.
I am fairly skinny. I'm
Fairly?
6'5". I'm
Nigga, you thin as a bitch.
I'm 140 pounds last time I checked, and I'm severely underweight. And
But
I know about
they
this on
tall
a
as
day-to-day
hell.
basis. That being said, I don't know where I'd want to lean at a
Damn,
appropriate
her titties
weight
big.
level, but I think it's important to understand for some
Look at
skinny
your
people,
horny.
we're not living a great life by any means. And sometimes I feel like that's always kind of lost in translation when they see someone who's really skinny.
I guess it depends on what you mean when you think of the term skinny. Are you thinking of just like an average weight person, or are you thinking of how you are now?
I'm the average weight for like women in America.
I like,
so
that's
if we're
Average weight.
Wait a damn minute. Hell no.
See a damn lie. Look that shit up, folks.
$170.
But her ass about 250.
Bro, she not 170. Why she just lie on this show like that? Come on, that shit not cool. Now she got to
I mean, but I ain't gonna lie though. The titties could make her look bigger though.
That's true. She don't got a pudge like everybody else.
But look at her arms.
Yeah, her arms big as shit. So now she got to tell us how much you weigh.
we're talking about an
Man.
average,
Let's
like,
see.
I'm gonna be the closest. If your biggest priority is to be at a smaller body, you need to reassess your priorities.
Yeah,
'cause-
not focused on health.
Yeah.
And the immediate tie between skinniness and health, like you emphasized, there is such a gap between one, the research, because the research has a huge fat phobic bias in it, and there has been research that shows that they aren't, even during, let's say, COVID
Burritos.
correlation between obesity. They rushed through those studies so fast because in society's mind, oh, of course a fat person is going to equal someone who's going to get sick faster, is going to get sick easier. It was an easy jump. So they didn't do all of the testing that they were supposed to do. They didn't check their bias.
So
They
if
didn't
by
check.
saying the study is biased, you're saying that the study didn't account for the variable that obesity may also take a factor into. It's just that there's so many variables in humanity that these pharmaceutical companies
I
can
would have kicked her out her fucking chair.
She got red lipstick on. You can't trust motherfuckers who wear red lipstick.
account for so many during their trials, and that doesn't necessarily mean that they're biased. However, you want to talk about bias in studies, actually recently we've been doing
Deep
the
down inside, she don't
opposite.
like
For
big people.
instance, a lot of our studies have been based on BMI, and so we've been
This
showing
be up 30 minutes, bro. When we get that 15-minute mark, I'm done.
that fat people aren't necessarily extremely unhealthy if we look at people with a certain BMI. However, bodybuilders also have a really high BMI, and so they get counted
Okay,
into
take it
that
there
category.
for.
And so it wasn't until very recently that they equated for that mistake, and it shows, oh my goodness, being fat is actually extremely unhealthy, like way, way more unhealthy than we ever realized.
You can't gauge health by looking at somebody.
Yeah.
Like none of my health issues, all of them precipitated my weight gain. But I always get assumed, oh, don't you want to be skinny so that you don't have a cane anymore and you don't feel like because I have lupus and I'm always going to feel like this.
gonna happen
Like
no
I have
matter what.
CRPS. It's going to deteriorate. It's going
I
to
would have hit them
continue.
with that
America
motherfucker.
has an obesity problem.
Nah, YouTube is sick for this. Trying to trick me into watching a 4-hour ad? No, this is.
Oh, dude.
Bro.
Yeah, they,
4 hours.
oh, hold on.
It's going to continue.
America has an obesity problem.
Damn, we do. 98%? Middle ground.
Damn.
Up. This bitch know everything.
So this bitch.
Oh, absolutely, you can. I think it's pretty clear. You look at the weight of the average American, you see how obesity has affected not just children. I mean, the fact that we have more younger and younger people who are looking heavier and heavier, and you see that, like, you know, the way that weight affects us in society.
Oh, bro, he talking that
how we
shit.
were in the past. Now, not that we should always, you know, we shouldn't compare ourselves.
His
to the
tank
era
top
of the
is
Great
lower.
Depression when
I
people
mean, his
couldn't
shirt,
find food,
his shirt is
but
low as hell,
people
bro.
are heavier
Man,
in an unhealthy
V-neck
way,
ass
and
shirt.
people are eating unhealthy. They are eating it through unhealthy access to food. They're eating diets high in seed oils. They're eating high in corn syrup. They're doing all this kind of stuff that's not good for them that we didn't used to do, and it's bad. It's not a good thing. It's an epidemic. It needs to be quashed in some capacity.
There's so much access.
He wrote this shit down before he came.
Anything.
Yeah.
Like, it's so crazy these days. And, you know, I'm so surprised that we're actually supporting a lot of this, you know, and there's always people like, you know, like, it's fine that we have like 3 McDonald's like on the same street. And it's just like, we don't think that this is...
Nigga, that, what the fuck that got to do with anything, though? Like, my nigga, that's just due to fucking niggas who build McDonald's. Niggas trying to make money. That has nothing, nigga. At the end of the day, it's your choice if you go to all 3 McDonald's. I'm tired of this nigga.
Adding to the problem.
What I think is really sad about that is so many people in America just see the profit in it. I don't want to say I know that these people know the problem, but it's like, how can you not see the problem? They have to see it and just not care. They have to just be like, well, we're gaining profit. Do you see how much this McDonald's is making? Put another one across the street. Like, that's just like how it is.
The corporations, it's the
medical
That's just
industry.
stupid pulling
Having
across the street.
that country makes us money.
It doesn't help that our cities aren't walkable.
Would you help?
America is a country of non-walkable.
That is why I wavered a little bit, because I think we have a problem with how to treat obesity. I think we have a problem with how to make it so that it is not an epidemic. This is a systemic thing that we are in a.
Man, that shit down. Talking about treat obesity. Nigga, if the whole world going to die, I'm dying. I'm killing myself. Fuck what you talking about?
Society and in an environment that breeds this, and we are doing it to ourselves, we are doing it to our children, and our corporations and our industries are doing it to us, and they aren't having to take responsibility.
And they're encouraging it with media. So
And the mukbangs, I was literally gonna bring that up. The mukbangs and like all those videos.
Yeah, she definitely fought for it. She go get the food after she finished the video.
Come up to trends.
That's 15 minutes, man. I'm sorry, I can't watch this shit no more.
Her wig bogus as hell.
Man, more of the story, nigga. If you fat, it's your fault you fat, nigga. If you skinny, I don't know what to tell you. But yes, nigga, being fat is a choice. Ain't shit sweet.
Man, you know what the fuck you was doing.